Hey ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, and welcome to another edition of the Senate Shorts. I'm your host Neil, joined as always by my brother from another mother, and your host Derek.
Yeah.
And together we bring you another shortened edition of the Senate podcast. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit notification bell so you don't miss anything. Like the content, share the content, subscribe to the content so you don't miss anything, and we can build the content. Anyhow, my brother, what you got for me on this edition?
I have clip from a podcast. No, Neil, it seems as if podcasting has become a huge thing. Right? Shoot, even we here in Barbados, we do it. We were nominated for Podcast of the Year, the Going On Awards and all that.
Yeah, big them up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so podcasting is a thing. The problem with podcasting, Neil, is that people seem to think that the podcast is for them to not discuss topics, but to just air out any and everything in front of a microphone and the camera.
Right.
So let's hear from this particular podcast. I hear this story that this guy shares on the show.
My girlfriend just gave birth to our first child.
Congratulations.
I know I'm not the biological father. Yikes. And I revealed I knew as soon as she gave birth. I found out when she was about 6 months along that it wasn't mine. A guy, Brian, approached me at my work and asked me, "Are you Sarah's boyfriend?" I said, "Yeah," and asked what he wanted. He said he was sorry that he had slept with her and swore he didn't know that she was with someone. He then pulled out his phone to show the text between them, and they came to an agreement to just pretend the baby was mine. In return, she wouldn't lose her perfect life, and he wouldn't be responsible for a baby. We had been having problems trying for a baby, and all of a sudden, she got pregnant so easily. But he explained that he had been thinking about it, and he recently became a Christian, and he said he couldn't live his life knowing that I was living a lie, while his child didn't know their real father. I told him I'd keep in touch, and not to say that he'd said anything just yet. I've had a lot of time to think, but ultimately, I decided to wait until she gave birth, to hurt her in her most vulnerable moment.
Well, that's fucking rude, but go on.
What should have been a beautiful moment of me holding my baby was the most heartbreaking time of my life. I started packing up my stuff to leave. She asked where I was going, and I told her. I know I'm not baby name's father. You can act all shocked, but I know. Just ask Brian to come. I'm positive he'll sign the birth certificate. Then I left. She's been calling my phone over and over, even sending texts as I type this.
All right. First things first. Getting revenge for getting horned. You gotta stop with this. If Brian, come to you 6 months into the thing and tell you that you chair, bruh. I sorry, lick off, whatever, but that ain't yours, right?
Yeah, measure up.
Go to the woman and say you would like a paternity test, right? If she say no,
that's a big thing, Neil. That's a big thing.
But hold on, brother mine. We're both fathers. We've both gone through the pregnancy stage with our children's mothers, right? We understand the rigors, the money, the emotional distress, the, worry, all of that goes into that, and how you have to comfort your partner and do all sorts of things. It's a lot. That man faked that for nearly 4 months.
Yeah.
With knowing that child ain't his. That is some premeditated shit. We gotta stop doing these things. At the end of the day, if somebody has slighted you, somebody do something that they shouldn't have done, confront them with it, and if they come with the dipsy doodling, or even come straight up and say, "Oh, so you gonna make me get a paternity test?" Bring over Brian. To me, I ain't got no problem with Brian saying that. Bring over Brian. It's hi, let's say Sarah. Sarah, this is Brian. Y'all know each other. Y'all work together, whatever. So yeah. And if she's like, "I don't know him. I don't know who you from," and he's saying this baby, just a look. This too big for me. That's what they say. I'm gonna figure it out when you're juggling, right? And I would say, if you want me to be involved in the child's life, bring me a paternity test that shows that I'm the father. Once you do that, I would deal with it.
Be good.
The relationship might be done, but I'll be there for the child, right? Because I ain't gonna leave you in the lurch. But do not put me in that. So we gotta stop with that. The whole wildness of Brian being a Christian and
I'm out from God. Brian from God. He's so even love. I can't deal with this random loose women, I think. And I'm taking care of my children. I can't be doing that.
Yeah. You're right. I can't touch out of that football, right? But again, some of this may be, we gotta take all this with a grain of salt and everything like that, because we don't know if this story is. A lot of people are great writers.
Yeah.
Great writers that need to channel that energy into something a little more beneficial to them. But I don't see a reason. Well, like, what's the reason to put it out there? I know somebody may ask a question and say, "Was the worst horn you ever get?" Or just, something, whatever. But everything you got to put on press saying. And I understand for some people it's a form of therapy, or they try to tell themselves it's a form of therapy. But you know what's better than actually typing out that hidden saying and calling it therapy? Actual therapy.
Going to therapy.
Yeah, actually going to therapy is a better form of therapy than doing that. We need to stop this foolishness of revenge, whatever and whatever. If somebody do, like, it's the type of man right there, and they know that we cut from similar cloth for this thing. If somebody do something foolish like that, like Hornby or whatever, I'm done with that. I am done with. I ain't got.
Real simple.
I'm done. I ain't trying to be, try to build a case against this woman, or wait like a patient bird to strike and to embarrass this woman or hurt this woman. I'm done with that. I ain't got the energy for it, yo. I ain't got the energy
the emotional space.
I ain't got it.
That's just a lot of space in your head, rank free, just to be plotting and scheming, or where's the best time to be doing that. And yeah, I understand that. I think that's a hurtful experience.
This is so fucking hurtful.
I understand. I get it. It's a hurtful experience. But you're doing yourself more damage sitting down on that there, holding it in your cross. Or people say, oh, they months waiting for the right time to drop this thing. Just let women go alone.
Just let the woman go alone. Let
the woman go alone.
Right.
You just come and say it up front. Listen, X and Y is these. I got the receipts. I know what went down. You're too big for me. I done with that there.
Exactly that.
Yeah, as opposed to, trying to wait and, you scheming like Galactor trying to figure out how to get it. Nah, it ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it. You're doing yourself. Stress is kill,
Yeah.
Stress is kill.
Yeah.
So you got out and you crawl holding for 3 months. You'd be surprised to see how much gray hair you would get.
Gotta let her go. Gotta let her go.
Yeah, some pains. Sometimes you gotta just let go of certain things.
Let it go.
You dodge a bullet.
Exactly that.
Like Neo in the Matrix, you dodge a bullet. She and Brian were worked out when Brian got the seminary to sort out. He and all them will find God together. That's Brian's responsibility. He's the captain now. Let Brian and she and Brian will deal with that. You understand what I mean? Gonna hold that festering. Try to give you high blood pressure and all kind of thing. Or you try to figure out, when's the best thing to drop this here?
Just to get laid back.
Got to draw force. Man. Be in your masculine frame. Be direct and say, listen, this is what you know. And this way is. Yeah. As opposed to you waiting and plotting and scheming and trying to manipulate the situation. That's more feminine. Deal with it.
I just don't, like, to me, the benefit just to say, I do this. You know what I mean? Like, I freak she up. Like, I don't understand. But you heal from all of that.
Yeah, it hurt. So you want to get out.
Yeah, but when you heal from
because
that.
Because it hurt, you want to hurt somebody too. Hurt people.
Yeah, but when you heal from that, to me, right, you've thought about these things. I human like anybody else. You hold a transgression, you say, I can barely do X, Y, and Z. But at the end of the day, that is stopping you from moving on. That is stopping you from healing. Because you holding on to that, you biting, you time. Right? You waiting to where's the best time to drop you mixtape? You understand? you waiting. You know what I mean? And you double dutching it, and you holding on to this thing, and it is stopping you and preventing you from just moving on and seeking peace with the situation of finding clarity and closure and a resolution to that situation. No, you holding on to it for 3 months, big man. That woman come confusing me like, we need to do this with the baby, we need to get a crib, we need to. Brother, man, I ain't got the time for that.
You gotta be dealing with all that.
Yeah, I ain't dealing with all the while you know that child ain't yours, and that woman, let me call a thing. You may be calling her a spiteful bitch. But you holding on to that.
It's even more spiteful.
I rather
to yourself.
I just rather come and say, I got somebody here, so you know it's mine. Oh, that's Brian working me or whatever. All right, cool. He tell me that that's you, that's that. He child. Oh, that's not true. You believe him this today next? Beer tears and whatever. And Brian say, yeah, that's my child. I said, listen, when I figure this out in the juggling, the only way I can get involved in this is if that come back as a positive paternity test for me. That child is mine. I will reinsert myself into this thing. Oh, I don't want you around the child or anything like that. All right, cool. Because in my mind, I already make it a die my child. So if the child proves it is mine, if you don't want to have a paternity test, right? and you're claiming the child is mine, and you will not let me see the child after you believe that I going about the place, believing another man or this and that next. I still trying to remove myself from that situation. You know what I mean? Oddly enough, this goes into, do you understand, ladies, that things are so bad out in the streets that paternity tests are necessary and mandatory just to keep certain things from happening, just so that there can be a resolution and an understanding of how people are moving forward. Do you understand that? Do you understand that because the court systems are so contingent on the burden of financial responsibilities on the man, right? You have the child, you put the man in for child support or whatever, that man has to provide for the child. That is such an integral part. The fundamental thing you should know is if the child is yours.
Yeah.
That's like paying for a car. Every month you pay for the car. And it ain't yours, but you ain't driving it, ain't yours.
Yours.
You just saying, you know, another man driving about your car. So I understand the whole paternity thing. We ain't talking about a situation where you and a person committed and this person is down for you. This person is your wife and you know this person ain't cheating for you. There's no evidence, nothing like that. You just randomly say you want paternity test. We ain't talking about that, you know. We talk about situations like this where people have a suspicion and a man just want to make sure that once he's pouring in his resources into a child, that it is his. The man just want to know, look, give it the option at least to make a business decision.
Yeah.
Because in some cases, the child might not be mine and they still say, you know what?
I love you.
I love you. I love I thought this child was mine. I love the child. And let me move on. Derek is always talking about paternity court. I watched an episode of paternity court at a time where man thought this child near 2 years old was his. Come here to shout down paternity court, your child is not his. But the man said he can still be there for your child because in the last almost 2 years, he has grown and bonded with that child. To the point where, shoot, even if your child ain't his, he loved the child.
Can't walk away,
Can't walk away. So at least if you give us the choice, give us the choice.
Yeah.
That's all we ask.
I saw there was a thing going around when people were trying to shame men for, you know, asking for a paternity test. But here's the thing. We know that is yours as a woman, right? If this is a simple matter, it's a simple matter of paternity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we want to know that the investment we are making is for our child.
Yep.
And not somebody else's.
Yep.
Right? I fail to see how that is considered unreasonable, and I saw a lot of shame and tactics coming out. You know, that standard thing.
Yeah.
One of our viewers asked me about marriage and stuff like that. And I asked her what you normally ask people these days. Given the current climate, would you encourage your son to do it? Would you want your son to have doubt about paternity? Somebody saying to he, oh, you can't. Your son got doubts about paternity. The first thing to say is, oh, but you don't trust me and all kind of thing. And I am certain ladies you would say to your son, yeah, check that for sure now.
Yeah.
If he's a defensive. Yeah. Sure, it's only fair to my mind. Anyhow, this has been another Senate Short. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I hope Brian was hitting up this chick before he found God to ensure that you do not miss any of the content we got coming for you. We are going to see you guys again soon.
It's a contaminated environment. And the tutu's about that.